Hello, I'm Julia, and my topic for today is rhetorical fallacy. I found out that it's a very interesting subject. People in life use fallacies, but you don't know they're doing it, and you're thinking that is true, which may not be. So, today I will try to explain you part of fallacies, and I hope my video will help you to tell, for example, that person used fallacies. My topic for today is deductive fallacy. Deductive fallacy is a deductive argument that is invalid. The argument itself could be true, but the conclusion may not. So, it's a twisting of logic. Today I will talk about such deductive fallacies as anecdotal evidence, composition, and Hasley generalization. I will start with anecdotal evidence. It is something that is true, but based on isolated experience. For example, somebody's personal experience. Most of the fallacies this type starts with sentences like that. Oh, I know a person who something. I know the case where something happened. So, it may not be typical experience. It's only one situation for one particular person. And you are telling that if it's true for this one person, it may be true for other person or for other people, which may have not be true. For example, everybody can hear this phrase. It's a very common phrase. I won't give up smoking. My granddad smoked and he lived very happily and died at 90. So that's the reason I won't give up smoking. But it's not true. It's a fallacy. If your granddad died at 90, does it mean that your health is as perfect as his? Of course not. So, it's an example of anecdotal evidence. And there are another examples. For example, anecdotal evidence very often happen in commercial. There is a beautiful woman who says, "Oh, my skin is perfect now because I'm using this exciting and great cream for pimples. My skin is like baby skin now. You might try it too." But does it mean that if her skin is perfect, yours can be too? Of course not. And another example. In shows, usually motivating shows, there are people who say, "Oh, this guy did all the thing. Look at him, he can accomplish this in such a short period of time, so you can do it too." It's a fallacy. Each person is different. So you should think about your own experience. And do not say that if it's true for this person, it might have been true for all people. It is not. Another type of deductive fallacy is composition. It has something in common with the previous one I was talking about, but actually it is not. So let's figure out. Composition is something is true for the part of the whole. It's not a personal experience, it's something is true for the part of the whole. But you say it like that, if something is true for that part of the group of people, it might have been true for the whole. And to make it clear, I will give you some examples. For example, it happened in real life. Cirque du Soleil and Chris Angel are both very popular. And it was believed that the collaboration between two of them can make lots of money. And once on a Las Vegas magic show, these companies were trying to work together. But actually, it didn't work out. Few people visited such kind of show. which is very pity. And there was another example of a Yanze company that tries to combine two favorite foods. And the result wasn't also great. The food, nobody buy this food at all. So it doesn't mean that if two things are very popular, the combination between of them will be popular too. And now the last example, my example. For example, we all know that atoms are colorless. They don't have color. So I'm saying that something made from atoms are colorless. But is it true? Of course no. So there are 3 examples of a composition fallacy. Be aware of it. The last example of this type is Huxley generalization. It is drawing a general conclusion from a tiny sample. Now I will give you some examples. This one is a real case. A United States judge, while he was discussing the case, said that all men who give all the salary to his wife are fools. Come on, you give your salary to your wife, you're a fool. But is it true that all men are fools? Of course not. So be careful while using such examples. And I will give you another sentences. Many of us heard such sentence. My boyfriend broke up with me yesterday. All guys are idiots. Very often heard, isn't it? So, if somebody broke up with the boyfriend, it doesn't mean that all the guys are idiots. Maybe you just, this guy is idiot, but not all of them. And I will use another examples. For example, I was cut off by a woman yesterday. Women can't drive. But maybe one day you can find a woman who can drive very well. So be careful while saying like that. In real life, there are much more fallacies that I talked about, much more. So be aware of it and try to learn it for you not to be fooled, or maybe to fool another people. Thank you for watching me. Bye bye.